got the feeling that it's not gonna work out. I got the feeling.
Hey guys, and welcome to part 3. So this is episode 3 of my little collab with @TheUnfittingKey. So as this is episode 3, I just thought I'd quickly run over what's happened in the past 2 episodes. So in episode 1, we went over the creation of an idea. So how you get an idea, the inspiration for an idea, and how you put that into actually filming a video. Part 2 was, well, the filming aspect of the video, so how you film, any tips and tricks, any aims, so do you have any reasoning behind why you're making this video? Is it just purely based for fun or entertainment or engagement, that sort of thing? And then editing, how do you edit and why do you edit in a particular way? If you want to go and see either of those 2 episodes, they're both out now. And even if you just want to find out what I do or what the Unfitting Key does when it comes to editing and filming, then definitely go and have a little watch of those videos. And there's only 2 more episodes left, this one and the next one. So in this episode, we are going to quickly be going over thumbnails. So for me, thumbnails has always been something difficult for me, and it's always been something where I've been like, does this thumbnail look good? Does this thumbnail look good? And I've always had self-doubt with the thumbnails. Like, you can have the best video, you could have like a 9.5-minute video, you could have the best editing skills, the best animations, everything like that. You have fantastic tags, you have a great title and a description, like sharing as many YouTube content creators as you can or as you want. But if your thumbnail is crap, then you're not gonna get, well, you're not gonna get any views. Just one quick thing with that, I know a lot of people do clickbait and it gets them views and it gets them subscribers and all of that sort of stuff, but I don't do YouTube for subscribers. Like, yes, I obviously want to grow, I want to, the effort that I'm putting into my videos and the effort that I'm putting into my editing skills and the time I'm taking up to create these types of videos and projects, yeah, of course I want to gain. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to do it by using a clickbait title like I nearly died or I nearly, I don't know, jumped off a cliff or something like that. Yeah, you'll get the views, but you'll get the views for that one video, and then your views will just keep dropping. You might gain like 50 subs from it, but like, what is that? You don't really need that. I'd rather just gain truthfully and, yeah, organically. With thumbnails, there are several ways you can do it. Like, I remember a couple of my old thumbnails, I might just insert them actually. A couple of my older thumbnails, wait actually, let me see if I've got, because I have changed my thumbnail about 7,000 times, maybe not 7,000, but quite a lot of times. So I would do stuff like this. So it was a multicolored background, yeah, I don't know if I can zoom anymore, but it was like a multicolored background with a load of random pictures and white text. Now for me, that was a horrific thumbnail. I don't know why I made thumbnails like that. And then we evolved and we went into things like this. For me, that's slightly better, but again, I liked the text, but it was just a bit weird and yeah, it didn't really fit with the theme. So yeah, those are the first 2 types of thumbnail that I actually created, and yeah, they have changed quite a lot since then. But I've also done sort of, for a long time, I had thumbnails like this. For example, my Summer in the City vlogs last year, I had them looking like this. So I had a blue border with my initials in the top corner, a load of pictures and a white background, and they were incredibly horrible. And obviously you now know that my recent thumbnails are black and white with colourful pictures on top. Everyone goes through the stage where they have like a banner change or a thumbnail change, and that's pretty much what this video is about. So the first little thing I'm going to cover is uploading details. So details once you put the video up. So you've got the video, you've done the editing, you've made the thumbnail, which I'm going to go into detail in a bit. And then the uploading details. So for me, and it varies obviously from person to person, but on my main channel, I pretty much, for my videos, I'll just give it a nice title. In the description, I've got like a standard sort of description. So it's like a, hey, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Anyone that's been featured in the video or mentioned in the video, or any videos that I've spoken about in the video, tend to get left in the description. I'm just like, go and check out John here, or go and check out the video I did with Sarah here, or whatever. And then just tags, it's just as many tags as possible relating to the video that I've made. I have worked out, and I did notice that there was a couple of YouTubers who, they put absolutely random things in the tags. If they've done a video about the environment, for example, they would put hashtag pottery, hashtag Zoella, hashtag Christmas, hashtag life. And that's a way to get your video taken down, which I didn't realise, so that's why I've sort of kept back the tags. So for example, one of the videos I put up, I think it was, yeah, one of the Q&As I've done with either Rianne or Sophia or whatever, in the tags bit I would just put hashtag Q&A, hashtag question and answer, hashtag friendship, hashtag relationship, hashtag vlogging, vlogger, I'm a creator community, small YouTube community, YouTuber community, that sort of thing. I wouldn't start putting in hashtag Zoella or hashtag YOLO and stuff like that because it's not related to the video. Any changes, any expectations and any clickbait. So with changes, like I said, I'm changing my thumbnails, I'm changing my banners pretty much all of the time. And I went from the sort of basic white background, blue border and dodgy text that you weren't able to read to just a picture in black and white with a few coloured pictures and text in bright yellow, which means it's obviously not difficult for you to read. I would have probably done like an outline of the text, but with the website that I use, canva.com, which again I'm going to leave in the description, I don't know how to add like a border around the text, so for now I've just thought it's bold enough as it is to just use a bright colour. Expectations. So with thumbnails, people just think, it's just something to accompany the video, it's just something that it just makes the video look nice or whatever, but sometimes there's an expectation. So what do you want? Do you want a lot of people to view it? Do you want a lot of people to share it? Do you want people to just like come across it and be interested or intrigued by it? Like, I'm not really sure if any of my videos have expectations. I mean, I expect them all to do well, and I hope that people do click on the video and they watch the whole thing through rather than just a few minutes and then just like click off or leave a comment saying, oh wow, that was great, like that's fake support. But yeah, I don't think I have expectations in my thumbnails other than I hope that it makes people engage with the video, that I hope people come back and message me and be like, actually look, I like your new type of thumbnail, or I like the way that you're like showing off this type of video sort of thing. And that's the only sort of expectation. I just expect and hope that people like the thumbnails. And finally, clickbait. I think I briefly mentioned it at the beginning. I personally, again, don't tend to use clickbait. I think I had like 1 or 2 videos where I was like, I catfished myself, or I'm not, what did I put? I was like, I'm not fake or something like that. And those 2 weren't clickbait videos. The I'm not fake one was just in a response to someone that had a rant about me on YouTube, and the I catfish myself one was where someone literally replied to my Snapchat story, and I thought that they'd taken the exact same picture, were in the exact same room, and were messaging me because there was someone in front of me who was on Snapchat at the same time as I was on Snapchat. And then as soon as I went over to Messenger, he ended up going on Messenger, and I was like, this is a bit, and it just happened that it was just a coincidence we were on the same apps at the same time, and it wasn't the guy I thought I was talking to. I'll obviously leave those 2 links in the description because, like I said, anything I mention, any one I mention, I'll just chuck down there. The thumbnails, that's pretty much it. So the website I use, I'll either use picmonkey.com or canva.com. Obviously when I upload, I make sure that my video has a thumbnail. I don't use one of the 3 randoms that they give me because there's usually no text. It's usually a really slippy picture of me where I'm like, got my mouth open or my eyes are like half closed or something. So I always make sure it's a personalised thumbnail. And yeah, over time, your thumbnails and your banners and profile pictures and stuff will change. And don't be defeated by it. Don't be like, oh, I've got to update my theme again and stuff. I would say take it with a hit on the chin. I don't know what the phrase is. I think it's something like that. Take it with a pinch of salt, and that's it. So that little pinch of salt that you're having to change your banner, you're having to change your thumbnails or whatever, could be, well, it could make it easier for you to then grow your channel. I know one of my friends had to delete several of his videos in order to reach monetization because a couple of them were like infringing the copyright. But I said to him, look, take it with a pinch of salt, get rid of those few videos, reapply for monetization, and then you'll grow even faster because now you're doing what they want you to do and you're growing successfully. So here it's just, if your thumbnails are a bit on the bad side or your banner could be improved, improve it. It takes 5, 10, 15, could even take half an hour, but you know once you've changed it, you will get more engagement, you'll get more people watching your videos, and that little pinch of salt will give you a whole bottle of salt. And that is my part done for this thumbnail section. With me, in theory, thumbnails are probably one of the most important things, and like I said at the beginning, I struggle with thumbnails, and I still do. Like, all of my recent videos that have been coming out with all these different recent types of thumbnails, I still don't like them, but out of all of the different types and all the different styles of thumbnails I've done, they're definitely the best and most, for me, the most engaging. Like, I would watch my videos if they had that sort of thumbnail sort of thing. It brings me in. The black and white picture, bit of colour on top, the text is bright yellow so you can't miss it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you did enjoy my part, then don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. My collab partner, The Unfitting Keys, will hopefully have his bit in, and I'll just add that into the video after this. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe to him. I don't know how many subscribers he's on, but don't forget to go and show some support to his channel. And yeah, I do hope you enjoyed my part of this video, and I will see you for part 4, which is going to be the finale part of our little series. So speak to you in a bit. See you soon. Love you lots. Bye.
I am upset. I filmed the entirety of part 3 and there's this weird noise throughout the whole thing. So I'm going to re-record because I am a man of professionalism. So, my thumbnails. Suppose you want to know a bit about them. Let me start off with this statement. There is no order to anything I do regarding thumbnails. Let me explain. I spend probably about minimum 20 minutes, maximum 2.5 hours editing a thumbnail. You might ask, or say rather, that that seems to be an excessive amount of time on a thumbnail, or maybe not too much time on a thumbnail. And the reason for that is because it's all random. I make my thumbnails based on whatever I'm thinking at the time in my head. However, I have lied a little bit because there is some form of method, should I say, that I use to create something, such as a thumbnail. And that method is something called... Oh god, what should I say? Some kind of method name. Oh, come on, Keys, just make it up. I've got an idea. I believe my thumbnails are edited in a certain way according to theme, so let's call it the thematic method. Usually for vlogs you'll see me in the thumbnail, with a few exceptions. A picture of what the video is about thematically, or maybe sort of a main reference point, and some text. Generally shortening the title of the video itself. Kind of like a tagline on a movie poster. The other kind of thumbnail I'll do is a sort of skit, comedy, joke, satirical, non-serious. Not that any of my videos are serious really. There are some with serious undertones, but most of it's wobbled, jibbly-jobbled into something ridiculous. Anyway, where was I? Yes, the comedic videos won't always have me in them. Sometimes they'll just be random and not based on the theme of what the video is about, but kind of the pun I'm trying to get across. Or I'll use it as a way to build tension for the video, which is not always what a thumbnail is supposed to do, but I kind of use it like that. Hope that's okay. I like to think some of my thumbnails are like the old Marvel posters where they didn't really have all that comic book pizzazz and it wasn't all colourful. It was kind of dark and actiony and ooh, drama. That doesn't sound like my thumbnails at all, does it? And some of my thumbnails are more like the now Marvel posters where it's like, ooh, shiny, bright, funny. I feel like the further we go down this road of what we do in our YouTube lives, the more nonsensical my parts get. Moving on, there are exceptions to all of what I've just said, so I don't know if there's much point in saying it, but I said it anyway, and it's now in a video, so thanks for watching that part, I guess. I sidetracked myself way too easily. I was saying something about... Some of my thumbnail styles are based on sequentiality, if that's a word, I hope so. For instance, my DIY hamster cage series. They've all got my little baby boy Cloud in the corner on a little Lego boat that I made, and some sort of DIY reference to the cage, or me or my girlfriend doing work on the cage, and then part number somewhere random, or somewhere that looks kind of cool when I edit it in. I rotate the layers, and they are all done on paint.net, which is a free software. I am way overthinking my thumbnails now. Let's move on to like title and description and tags. Those are pretty self-explanatory, if they were self-explanatory. One of those is very self-explanatory. Description, just describe the video or put in little updates. It's not something I focus on too much. I focus more so on the title and tags, but I guess I should pay attention to the description because, you know, that essentially tells you what the video is actually about. A lot of people use it to update and promote things, which I don't necessarily agree with, being the sole purpose of something. I mean, being the sole purpose of the description to update. Am I making sense still? Honestly, the thumbnail, title, description, tags, they all just come last. My main priority is getting that video done, and once it's done, everything else just sort of comes along. Do you know what I mean? There'll be a really funny moment in my video where I'm like, wow, My face or body is great there. I want to put that in a thumbnail. Sometimes the titles will be nonsensical, like the ice cream is hard. That's just a statement. That's a fact. Really like the thumbnail for that, by the way. I have like 4 different irises. It's great. Seemingly out of the blue, but I want to give a bit of advice to myself. If you, Keys, or anyone else who's interested in this little tidbit of advice, do not like the thumbnail that you have made, don't use it. Just make another one. What didn't you like about it? Do you think it's too boring, too square, too simple, not convoluted enough? Is it not vibrant enough? Pick out these things one by one and see how you can make them work or make them happen. If you want to make some decent thumbnails, I recommend using paint.net because that's what I use and it seems to be working for me. I said that very self-assuredly. That might not be the case. Anyway, thank you for watching part 3, and I will see you in part 4.